Minasan, oha konbannichiwa, and welcome to the Genki II Lesson 14 practice live stream. If you're looking for the lesson, there's going to be a link for that over here if you're watching on the replay. But for those of you watching live, there's no link for that right now. But anyway, thank you for being here. Today, if you stick with us to the end, you're going to get to practice lots of I want to, or hoshii, maybe, or kamoshirenai, giving and receiving, which was a tough one from last week, giving advice, which wasn't so bad, and nothing but and as many as, which also wasn't that bad, I don't think. But before we talk about that, and before we get into chat, I just wanted to say that if you'd like to support the Tokeni Andy channel in any way, we have a Patreon, which has textbook practice videos where Yuki and I are your partners for the textbook practice in Genki. We've also got listening and shadowing videos where you can practice listening and shadowing, and basically do listening and shadowing. And there's vocabulary videos where you can practice the vocabulary along with Yuki and myself, and lots of other things like tests for Genki 1 and things like that. So that's the Patreon. There's also merch that Dan was mentioning in chat just before that we just released very recently. And another way you can help out without any monetary investment is just by sharing this video or hitting the like button and subscribing along with the bell. Stuff like that helps a lot, but that's enough of that. So how is everyone doing today? Welcome to the live stream. Come to Japan Dan, Wanna Knit, Nikens, Megan Dornbrook, Patrick, Menkong, Yisli, Marja, who else did I miss? Michael, Sol, Pitovnikov, Lovely Annie. I believe I saw Aubergine Archer here earlier, and Bara Blakely, and Carbradium was also here a little bit earlier, and Info Abroad will not be here tonight, but he sends his well wishes, it looks like. Thank you very much. If I missed anyone, say hi in the chat, and I will happily give you a shout out. Thanks for being here tonight. We don't have a ton of things to cover. There's just 5 sections, but I've got lots of extra practice. So the first thing we'll do for each section is we'll do the same exact practice questions as we did last week. So for those of you who were here last week, you're already going to have practice at those. And then I've got extra questions or examples or problems to solve, basically, that we'll be going over after the old ones. Organic food, oh my god, I just discovered this channel. I'm glad I did. The lessons are really helpful. Arigatou gozaimasu. Kochira koso arigatou gozaimasu. I'm glad you were able to find it. I'm glad you're finding it helpful. Thanks for stopping by. Barbara Blakely, there's only one I in my last name. Bara Blakely. Blakey. Bara Blakey. Got it. There's only one L in my last name. I read it too fast. Sorry about that. Same, or well, this is the first stream I've joined too. Well, welcome. This is, I don't know if you've seen any of the practice live streams. These are a little bit different than the normal lesson live streams. We basically go through what we covered last week. This used to be the question and answer live stream, and question and answers are still more than welcome here. But during this live stream, we generally go over some practice examples, and I have people make example sentences in the chat, and then Yuki and I correct anything that needs correcting. And if nothing needs correcting, well, that's awesome too. But yes, so we generally focus on the previous lessons. That would be lesson 14. But I'm always happy to field questions from other lessons as well. So if you just discovered this channel and are actually way back in Genki 1, some of this stuff may be a little bit over your head. But if you do have any questions about anything else, please feel free to ask in the chat. And I'm happy to answer. So how's everyone doing today before we jump into I want to practice, or I want, not I want to. We covered I want to already. I want something. Something is I want items. I imagine everyone's doing pretty good today. Although Sunday, well, it's Sunday morning for most of you. It's Sunday night here, which means tomorrow's Monday, which is up. Whoa! Nihongo Hunters! Thank you so much. Sorry about last week. I don't know if you know what happened last week. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yuki, read.
Arigatou gozaimasu, Nihongo Hunters.
Thank you so much. Sorry about last week, but appreciate it. Thank you for the dodge. Watashi mo says, okidokes. Funnily enough, I'm around this lesson in Genki 2, so it's perfect. Sweet. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Gambarimasu. Alright, so why don't we just go ahead and jump into it, guys. Today we're going to be covering practice stuff about I want, which was hoshii, right? Thing ga hoshii. So the first question we had, for those of you who is your first time, I don't go over the lesson material in this one, because that would take way too long. I will go back and look at some of it if I feel like some of it needs to be a little bit we need to go into some more detail on it based on whatever the responses are to the coming questions. But I generally just fly down through to our questions like this one, and you guys make sentences for me. So the question, the very first one is, 何が欲しいですか? 何が欲しいですか? And the meaning of that is, what do you want? 何が欲しいですか? What thing do you want? And of course, the answer for that would be, you can go full sentence, which would be, 私は something something が欲しいです. Or you could keep it short and leave out 私は and just say something something が欲しいです down in chat. So you can say anything you want. Me right now, what do I want? コーヒーが欲しいです. コーヒーが欲しいです. I want coffee. Instead I have tea, but this tea is pretty good too. Which tea is this one? Caramel apple. We don't usually have sweet tea like that, but I got some American tea the other day. 僕はギター欲しいですね, says Bara. なるほどね。いいね。僕はギター欲しいです。いつも新しいギターが欲しいです, says Patrick. Ooh, guitars are popular tonight. 新しいパソコンが欲しいです says Coming to Japan. Me too. How do I say new? 新しい紅茶が欲しいです is lovely Annie. Nice. アメリカの紅茶。そうです。アメリカの紅茶です。なんだっけなんて言うんだっけあれ。
ハーバーティーってやつ
Celestial Seasonings is the name of the company. My favorite coffee company that sells coffee here in Nagano, they shut down. They went out of business in this area. They have one really far away, like one shop really far away, but I can't get there very easily. So I had to try a different coffee shop, and they ended up having lots of different like world stuff from around the world, different teas and stuff. So I picked up some Celestial Seasonings. Oh yeah. 紅茶が欲しいです。Everyone wants tea. 昼ご飯が欲しいです says Nikens. いいね。食べてください。日本語のペラペラな実が欲しい。I don't know what 実 that is, but I hope you can get it, Pitovnikov. 新しいセーターが欲しいです。ナイス。私は新しいスマホ欲しいです。なるほどね。So I notice a lot of people dropping the ga, which is actually, it's fine. It's okay to drop the ga there, especially in conversation. But just make sure that you know that a ga does belong there between the item and hoshi. So for example, in Izumi sentence says, 私は新しいスマホが欲しいです. You'd want the ga there. But you don't have to have it. Dropping it is okay. I just want to make sure you guys remember that a ga technically does go there. 時にのフーディーが欲しいです。ぜひ取ってください。時に and hoodie. Oh, banana. Well, actually, it's just o, but with a banana in the third part of the kanji over here. This is a Tokini hoodie. I'm a big fan of this hoodie. I've been wearing it constantly. Not even just to advertise for it. I literally wear it every day because I don't have many good hoodies, and I like this one. It's fluffy on the inside. Sushi ga hoshii desu I feel like I can't say that word on stream. I know it's not that word, but I feel like it will get a little bit iffy if I use it. But organic food, I'm going to call you. 芸術力が欲しいと言えば大丈夫でしょうか。芸術力が欲しい。いいんじゃないいいんじゃないマイコル。It's fine, I think. いいよね。大丈夫。お茶は欲しくない。なるほど。Do you want something else, Aubergine? For example, コーヒー欲しいですかかっこいい says Nihongo Hunters. ありがとうございます。So, in an essay or something like that, you would not drop the ga, correct? Correct. You would keep the ga particle in there. In writing, you would definitely want to have that. If you're writing like a company email or something, I mean, it's not a huge issue. If you want writing a company email, you might not have many sentences where you'd be using hoshi anyway. But if you did, you generally want to keep in the particles. But in conversation, it's fine to drop them. All right, good, guys. Those are some great answers. This is the exact same question, so I don't know how that happened. All right, guys, what I want you to do next is I want you to tell me what this cat wants. And I'm going to leave it up to you how you make the sentence. You can drop things or leave things in there or make it a little bit more complicated if you want. You can add colors if you want. I don't mind. But please describe this picture using the word 欲しい any way that you want. And I will wait. I believe I have the latency turned way down, so we shouldn't be too far behind. But yes, please describe the picture. I imagine it'll take a little bit longer. A little bit. I'll give you about a minute or so before I give some hints. I imagine if you're on lesson 14 by now you should know the vocabulary for this. Pitovnikov says, 猫は魚を食べたがっています. That is correct. That is a perfectly good sentence. It is not using 欲しい, but I think your sentence might be better. 猫は魚が欲しがっています. Excellent. Yes. So that is one hint that I did not give. Not just using 欲しい, we need to use 欲しがる. So for the coming pictures, there's going to be a few of them. I want you to use 欲しがる, right? Because that's the last thing we covered in the lesson last week. So you don't use 欲しい for when things other than yourself look like they want something. You use 欲しがる. 星はお前え
どういうことプロフ
ありがとうございます猫は魚が欲しがっています Yes 猫は魚が欲しがるclose bada So 欲しがっていますね欲しがる is the verb so it looks like that Let me get this mic a little bit moved over. Hoshigaru. So to put that into the te form, the te iru form, we went hoshigate. So that's first the te form, and then we add iru. Hoshigatteiru or hoshigatteimasu. Hoshigatteimasu would be the full. So neko wa sakana ga hoshigatteimasu. Pitovnikov's sentence is also perfectly fine. Neko wa sakana wo tabetagatteimasu. Gotcha. その猫は魚が欲しがっていると思います。Excuse me. Excellent sentence, Patrick. Yes, that's good. 何猫は魚の友達になりたがっていますかななりたがっています。なりたがっています is what you want there, Pitovnikov. But I like it. I like it. 友達になりたがっています。That is the te form, the te garu form of なりたい and then which is naru. Naru is to become, right? So なりたがっています。I think you might have tried to use that there, but all right, good. So the next picture is this. Please tell me that you want it. You want it or someone else. You can use anyone. You can use me, you can use yourself. Please say that you want this thing. Yeah. It's a ticket. Chiketto. Doesn't matter what kind of ticket it is. Don't worry about what's written on it. It's a chiketto. Or kippu kana, if you're talking about a plane ticket, a train ticket. Kippu would work for a train ticket. If you want it to be a plane ticket, I don't mind that either. You can change it to that. Chiketo! 誰かは券も欲しがっています。お、いいですね。いいですね。Ken probably wouldn't be used for this kind of a ticket. It might be used for like a pass for an amusement park or something. チケットが欲しいです says wanna knit. Yes. 買った宝くじのチケットが買った宝くじのチケットが欲しい。まあそうですね。宝くじのチケットはそもそも買っていますか？買ってなければ勝つことができないんですね。君は切符が欲しがっていますか？欲 欲しいですか is what you would say. So 欲しい is an E adjective. So bara Blakey, it would be 欲しいですか is what you'd want there. 来年チケットが欲しいです。来年ね。はい、わかりました。
来年欲しい。
コンサートのチケットが欲しいだよ。なるほどね。欲しいんだよかな。
欲しいんだよ。
So you would want that to be 欲しいんだよ。If you want to use だよ, add some emotion to it. 欲しいんだよ。Otherwise, just 欲しいよ would be fine. そのチケットが欲しいです。There you go, perfect. ドクターペッパーとチケットが欲しいです。いいね。ドクターペッパーとチケットが欲しいです。いいね。映画見に行くって感じ。猫は魚欲しがっている。Soul, I wonder if you're caught up with the live right now or if you're sort of behind us. I guess it doesn't matter too much. You won't be hearing me ask this question right now if you are behind. But anyway, you want it to be 欲しがってる or 欲しがっている。欲しがってる would be fine in conversation. It's a sort of it's a shortening of the iru. You can get rid of the e to shorten it up a little bit, which is perfectly okay. But yeah, you need the small tsu there. ありがとう。どういたしまして。Cool, I'm still chugging through volume 1 if you can't tell, but I feel like it's still valuable to try things here now. Absolutely, definitely. Give it a shot. It's a great way to learn, I think, just going through practice examples and seeing if you can get them right and getting some corrections. You might not even, when you get to this section in Genki 2, you'll be able to get through it like a breeze. それは古いチケットですね。欲しくない says Patrick. Excellent. Love it. Okay, so you can do whatever you want with this picture. Whatever you want. I have an idea what I would say for this picture, but I'm going to let you say whatever you want. You can use 欲しい、欲しがる, whatever you want. あのチケットに興味がないし、欲しくない says Michael. わかりました。Good sentence, Michael. And good sentence, Patrick. 厳しいな。Info abroad. 日本語ですよ。日本語ですよ。
もっとなんかさ、魅力的なさ、ね、ことにしなきゃ。
そうだね、でも。
ディズニー。
まあね。でも、ただで使える A のチケットがなかなかないんですよ。
辛い。
Okay, I was just here for 5 minutes. I'll keep the stream going for you. Thank you, sir. Welcome. It's good to see you. Yeah, I hope you can get all your stuff done too, man. Good luck. その小さい猫がとっても欲しいですよ says Wanaknet. Nice. He is a cute one. One of the cutest cats I've ever seen. そうじゃない？かわいいでしょ。かわいいね。ケビンは子猫を食べることが欲しがっています。ケビンって誰？ケビンって誰？
ターゼンじゃないの？
ケビンは子猫を食べることが欲しが食べることが欲しがっています。食べたがっています is what you would say there. 食べたがっています。Like, I know what you're saying. I think it would make... If you said that to a Japanese person, they would know what you were getting at. But the way you would want to say that is 食べたがっている. But who's Kevin and why do they look like they want to eat the cat? その猫、かわいいでしょう。かわいいですよ。そう。
食べたい。
犬が一番好きですから、その猫が欲しくない says Patrick. まあいいよ。あの猫はとっても可愛いので欲しいです。Nice one. 子猫が欲しいんだよ says Lovely Annie. いいよ。どうぞ。I wonder how old this cat is now. Kevin from The Office. I haven't watched The Office in a long time. Which one is Kevin? 違います。そっか。なるほどね。I had to look him up. Sorry, kitty, says Patrick. Look at those sad blue eyes. How could you ever turn him down? かわいいの。かわいいんだよね。Alright, good sentences. All of them good. How about this one? I got one for you here, Patrick. Watch out for the train back there, buddy. Yeah, you can do the same thing with this guy. You can make any sentence you want, but try to use hoshigaru or hoshi. Abunai, says Michael. That is the correct answer. Wait, it's on a train track, says Lovely Annie. I didn't notice that when I chose the picture. Abunai, says Pitamunakov. 確かに確かにこの犬気をつけてほしい We haven't done 手ほしい yet, but that's a good one. 逃げるんだよ says Pitamunakov, but he's having so much fun. He has no idea the pain that awaits him. 走って says one I think it would be 走って走って There you go. 走って You want a small 2 there. Yes. Those are all valid responses. 心配してる says Lovely Annie.
全然写真の説明になって
全部合ってると思いますが、欲しいではないね。逃げてほしい says Dan. でも手欲しいはまだやってないね。でもいいね。On a train track with a train behind him. その犬はとっても幸せそうですね。でも電車が。Yes, very good. To make that sound supernatural, Patrick, you throw that ga on the end there. でも電車が。And then trail off after the ga. It would make it perfect. It's a great sentence. Great sentence. That would just add that extra little bit of ne. The ga after the densha. Densha.
電車
が
は
電車は電車が来るってこと。
犬を欲しがっている。
違います。違いますよね。電車が欲しいです。電車が欲しいんですか？電車が欲しい？どうぞ。
すごい斜め上からの感じ。
斜め上からですね。とっても素敵です。Good sense. Lovely Annie is the first of the party with a hoshi sentence that is in the direction I was looking for. Ueda says, 笑う。その犬が死ない死なないが欲しい。死なないで欲しいですね。So we haven't covered the te hoshi form yet. That's in a couple lessons. I don't know which lesson yet. But you can actually use hoshi with the te form to say that you want someone to do something or you want some outcome to happen. So, for example, what you're trying to say there, Wananit, is しなないで欲しい. So you can use it with negatives. 死なないで欲しい. Or as Dan put, yeah, 死んで欲しくない would also work. Or 死なないで欲しい. でも either way would be fine. もっと講義が欲しいです。いいね。講義が欲しいです。もっと Do you have a corgi? もっと講義が欲しいです。
そうだよね。
If you already have one, that sentence might work. If you don't, もっと is probably not the adjective you're looking for, or adverb, I guess. But this is a corgi, right? So something you could say is, for example, if you don't want this dog, but you want a different type of dog, you could say that you want this type of dog more. So, for example, you could say, 柴犬がもっと欲しい. For example, right? But motto is not quite like more like what you're looking for in this situation. 電車は犬を殺したがっています。確かに。Only on chapter 3 of Genki 1, so I don't know the correct grammar, but 私は平の犬が欲しいです。平ひどいよ。潰されたやつが欲しいってことですかね。うん、わかった。Makes sense, man. Okay. 犬殺されたが殺されたがっている気がする。
すごい上手。
Whoa, whoa. Good sentence. Nice. But he looks so happy. I don't know if he wants to die yet, but 電車は犬が欲しがっています。怖い。はい。コーギーがあります。なるほど。コーギーがもっと欲しいです。なるほど。In that case, it's fine. You'll want to put the もっと before 欲しい, I feel like, though. もっとコーギー. Either way, it's fine, actually. Okay. If you already have コーギー, then it works. 電車のドライバーは犬肉をし肉犬肉って犬肉犬肉犬肉犬肉 I don't know how you'd read it, but 犬肉かなが欲しがっています。いいですね。It's not いいですね。It's a sad thing, but yes, apparently so. Alright, let's move on from the meme. Here's another sentence for you. I'm drinking too much of this tea. I'm not gonna be able to sit in front of this computer for very long at this rate. Anyway, this, I imagine, is coffee. Or a latte, or something like that. You can answer in any way that you see fit. Satori Reader is one of the best apps ever. A manual heard. I am releasing a review of Satori Reader this Tuesday. No, this Monday. What time is it? In 24 hours, actually. 25 and a half hours, my review of Satori Reader is actually coming out, Emmanuel heard. And I agree. It's wonderful. Wonderful. But yes, my review's coming out. And there's actually going to be a discount code on it. The guys over at Satori Reader, they agreed to give me a discount code for you guys. So, I mean, there's a free version too. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's not like an affiliate link or anything. It's just a discount code. So, sweet. そのふわふわのラテは飲まれたがっています。うん。確かに。難しいセンテンスだね。
マジ？
いいよいいよいいよ。普通のコーヒーが欲しい。これ高そう。確かに。コーヒーを飲みたい。コーヒーが欲しいです。I always want coffee. I'm looking forward to seeing it, says Emmanuel. Thank you. I hope you, well, if you're already a convert, then you might not be surprised by anything in it. I do have one negative I have about it, actually, in my review. There's one thing I don't like about it, but hopefully they watch it and fix that one thing. That's my hope. That's my dream. We'll see. If they fix the one thing that I don't like about Satori Reader, which would be pretty easy to fix, it would make it 100% the best app for learning Japanese that exists right now. No doubt in my mind. This one thing that they need to fix, though, it's still amazing. But there's just this one thing, man. You'll see. Alright, so 朝コーヒーは最高。I agree. コーヒーが好きじゃないですから、紅茶が欲しいです。says Patrick. わかりました。紅茶どうぞ。コーヒーせそう。コーヒーは私には悪いです。そうなんだ。悲しいですね。コーヒーの絵を壊したくない。ん？
ラテアートってことか。
あ、ラテアートか。ラテアート。We call it ラテアート。ラテは伸ばすんだっけ？ラテ。ラテはそのまま。ラテアート。ラテアート。We call the pictures on top of lattes ラテアート。Latte art. 僕はラテアートが欲しいです。Whoa! Did you look that up? Or did you literally just hear you say that and immediately type that in? That's some amazing speed if that was the case. Nice. Good senses, guys. Which brings us to the end of that one. We're now going to be moving on to かもしれない, which is maybe. And remember, just to have a quick look, is short form after a verb plus かもしれない. E adjectives, そのまんま, かもしれない. Na adjectives, そのまんま, かもしれない. Nouns, そのまんま, かもしれない. そのまんま, by the way, I looked up. Nice. No, that's good. I didn't even know it was called latte art in English. So, そのまんま, that might be new for you guys. It means as it is. No changes. そのまんま. So, そのまんまかもしれない. E adjective. そのまんまかもしれない. Na adjective. そのまんまかもしれない. Nouns. そのまんまかもしれない. I didn't even know it was called latte art in English. My vocabulary has skyrocketed from reading every day. I agree. It's one of the best ways to improve your vocabulary is by just reading. Actually, mine has improved quite a bit lately because I've been reading a lot as well. All right, so the question from last week was 100万円をあげます。何をしますか? So I'm going to give you a million yen, which is about $10,000. I'm giving it to you. What are you going to do? コーヒーを 飲まない、飲まないが、欲しいですから私は飲みません。コーヒーを
飲みたくないじゃん。
Nikens, I'm not sure what you're getting at there. コーヒーを飲まないが欲しいですから私は寝ませんじゃないかな。I'm gonna guess that you're saying you don't drink coffee. 違うと思う。日本に来るかもしれません。いいですね。いいですね。Nikens, can you give me an idea of what you're trying to say there in English? コーヒーを飲まない。So I'm guessing you're using that ga as the but. But you wouldn't put that after 飲まない. You'd want to make it 飲みませんかな。飲みませんが欲しいですから。But then I don't know what you're saying there. 私は飲みません. Or maybe 飲みません. But then I'm not sure why I want it so I don't drink it. So I'm a little bit confused on what you're going at there. I'm not sure I can correct it at the moment. In a video from September about your general tips for learning Japanese, you mentioned browser add-on dictionaries where you could mark a word and it'd translate it from Japanese. And you mentioned that when it comes, it's going to be linked, but sadly it wasn't. So will that one come out at some point or did I miss it? I haven't released that video yet, unfortunately. Is it Loan Snake or is it Ioan Snake? I haven't made that video yet. It's called Yomi-chan. Yomi-chan is the name of the app. I'll drop that in chat right now. Yomi-chan. I haven't made a video about it yet, but the app itself or the add-on itself is available. The dictionaries, Matt vs. Japan, I think, did a video a long time ago that just told you where to get the dictionaries. But yeah, Yoam. Okay, got it. So those might be helpful for you if you don't want to wait. But I do need to make a video about that as well. Patrick, 新しいコンピューターを買うかもしれません。いいですね。新しいパソコンとカメラを買うかもしれない。いいですね。Oops, I was trying to say I don't want to drink coffee because I won't sleep. I see. Okay, I had a feeling it was something about not sleeping. Okay. I was trying to say I don't want to drink coffee because I won't sleep. Okay, I'm gonna make it. コーヒーを飲む. It's kind of difficult to make that sense. 寝られないからそうだけどコーヒーを飲むと寝れないから飲みたくないとかでもいいかな。寝れません。寝れない。コーヒーを飲みたくない。まあそれでもいいね。寝れないからコーヒーを飲みたくない。or 欲しくない。寝れないからコーヒーが欲しくない would also work. Alright, I hope that answers that question. 日本にいて6ヶ月いるかもしれません。Okay, one on it. That's good. But you just want to change it to 6ヶ月ね。6ヶ月。It would look like this. 6ヶ月。6ヶ月。いっぱいガジェットを買うかもしれない。いいですね。全部のお金はお酒に過ごし、ちょっと飲みすぎない飲みすぎるよ、ペトブナコフ。That's way too much money for alcohol. What would I do? 僕なら、新しいパソコンを買って、いや、でも、新しいパソコンとカメラかな。or just 新しいパソコンと株 is stocks. So either a new computer and a camera or a new computer and the rest in stocks. Something like that. 新しいプリンターとカメラを買うかもしれない。いいですね。That's just a possibility. Good point. かもしれない is what you're saying, so good point. All right, good sentences. So let's go on to the new ones. Here is a portion of a picture. I want you to tell me what you think it is using かもしれない. So you could say, maybe it's this. So for example, 猫かもしれない. So remember, noun plus かもしれない. Noun そのまんまかもしれない. So just a noun plus かもしれない is all you have to answer to tell me what you think that this might be. And then I'll show you what it is immediately afterwards. Should be easy for this one. ワインかもしれない. ワインのグラスかもしれない. いいですね。2人早いね. Stocks are stupid cheap right now. Good investment. Indeed, indeed. Yes, airlines are very cheap. I picked up some airlines recently. Just a little, though. Don't know when they're going to recover. ワインのグラスかもしれないとワインかもしれない。お酒かもしれない。そうかもしれないね。あ、火かもしれない。炎かもしれない。火、炎か。炎かもしれない。ワインかもしれない。グラス2つのワインかもしれない。いいですね、みんな。じゃあ、I'm gonna do a countdown for everyone to get their guesses in. ワインが2つ。ワインのグラス2つあるかもしれない。あ、ワインが2つのグラスがあるかもしれない。So, there's a couple ways you could change that one on it. It's very close, but ワインのグラスを2つかもしれない。or ワインが2つのグラスがあるかもしれない。That's how you'd want to change that. That's money spent on alcohol. Alright. ぶどうジュースかもしれない。まあそうかもしれない。Alright, you were right. All of you were right. Every single one of you. It was wine. It was alcohol. It was, well, yes, if you're going by this, it's alcohol. So only ぶどうジュース was, well, it could be. It's possible. You were also right about the fire in the background. You were right about the 2 glasses. 2杯はワイングラスかもしれない。そうですね。
非常にアグレッシブじゃない？
どれどれこれ、
うん、
あ、それ雪だった。
そう。
ぶどうジュースかもしれない。雪だ。ダンだと思ってた。その青が見たら。いいですね。Good job, guys. Alright, the next one is this. Good luck. This one's a little bit harder. I still feel like it's gonna be easy. なんだろう、なんだろう。何それ確かに。That's the whole point. You gotta guess, my friend. You gotta guess. ん？ゆきもわからん。This one's... Dan says, バラかもしれない。おー、花があるかもしれない。says one on it. Oh, maybe. Dan got super specific. One in it said a flower. Nice. カーテンかもしれない。Well, could be a curtain. カーテンかもしれない。いいですね。何かも何かもしれない。赤いローズかもしれない。Rose is can you say rose? バラだね。Roses are バラ if that's what you're looking for. バラかもしれない。says Michael. Pillow かもしれない。Pillow is 枕ね。枕。Pillow.フラメンコを踊っている人がいるかもしれない says Yuki. そうかもしれないね。ドレスかもしれない says Pitovnikov. 確かに。You say my name? バラバラバラバラ。何々かもしれない。なるほどね。Oops. Alright, the answer is, drumroll please. It was a rose. バラです。Hell かもしれない。時刻。Hell はね。Hell は時刻です。時刻。あれ、時刻は出てこない。
地獄です。
あ、地獄か。地獄でした。地獄。I've always said 時刻。I learned something new tonight. 地獄です。バラだったドラムロールAlright, guys, here's another one for you. I feel like this one's a little bit harder, but I think someone will get it. I don't know who. Someone will get it, though. You might need to make your screen full. I would have never guessed that was a rose. Yeah, it was a tough one. says パトリック。パトリック頑張ってくださいね。なんだろうね。誰か誰か当たるなのかな。お、白子かもしれない says come to Japan. Isn't Rose? Rose is バラ。バラ is rose in Japanese. バラ。アイロン台かもしれない。アイロン台かもしれない。Ooh, that's a good guess. 椅子のシートかもしれない。そうかもしれないね。I don't know what that is. Something something かもしれない。Some kind of 松葉杖は何？
松葉杖ってさ、足こうやってさ、こうやって
Crutches. Ah. 松葉杖。New word for me. 松葉杖。Thank you, Petovnikov. Appreciated. 一本白いもの。わかんない。草。白いものかもしれないです。そうかもしれない。飛行機かもしれないです。Come to Japan then. そうかもしれない。This is a hard one. Look closely, guys. Look really closely. まあ、間違いではないね。まあでも、ちょっと違うよ。
ちょっと違うの？
まあ、この部分だけが白いけどな。チョコレートかもしれない says Megan Dornbrock. 不思議です。I'm gonna move it on because we have a winner. Bananas for Megan Dornbrock. It's chocolate! Very good. That was excellent. ギターかもしれないじゃないですね。Very good. That was a tough one. I feel like you had to make your screen pretty big to be able to see the little brown wrapper around that. Good guess. All right. Our next one is going to be... Here you go. This one should be easy. This is パトリック。まあね。Not fair. I think it's fair. Someone got it. Someone got it. It's a small pool. This one should be easy. 指輪です says Petovnikov.
かもしれないとかないよ。
かもしれないはどこですか？ It's mine かもしれない says come to Japan. Too easy. I had to give you guys a break after the last one. I meant pressure です。今首にぶら下がっています。そうなんですか？いいな。一つの指輪かもしれない。Oh, yes, I googled that. 一つの指輪。ニュージーランドが関係ある。まあな。私のプレシャス。何それ？プレショス型漢字 for シュス。シュスってなんだ？今出てきたし。
シュスって読むの？シュスってなんだろうね。
I keep getting my Yomi-chan keeps bringing it up somehow. I don't know how. There we go. She precious. I don't think it was intentional. Precious. No, it's fine. I was actually curious what those kanji meant though. I figured it was just a silly misclick, but I was wondering if it was actually a word because it kept popping up on my Yomi-chan. It does. It is a word. シュス。人間や動物から生まれ出るもの。特に生まれ出て間もないもの。あれ？やば。なくなった。うん、シュス。あ、違うんだ。シュス。
違うよね。ウィービングの種
類。type of weaving。なるほど。Interesting。それからすべてをいいね。それからすべてを支配する一つの指輪と暗闇の中でそれらをバインドします。いいですね。それからすべてを支配する一つの指輪と暗闇の中でそれらをバインドします。ゴルンこんばんは。失礼します。こんばんは。 ご入りください。一つの指輪。かもしれない。Everyone is absolutely right. It is the one ring. The one ring to rule them all.
なんでみんな知ってるの？
それはわかるだろ
みん
う。
な持ってるの
わかるだろう。わからない人が、ユキでもわかっただろう。わかるだ。
でもニュージーランドに行かなかったら
Good job, guys.
わかんなかったかも。
So that brings us to the next section, which was giving and receiving. This one was a fun one, wasn't it? It was so fun that I actually had to put out a separate video just to
はいやつ
just to, you know, just to go over it more. I mean, it was the same exact explanation, but I felt like it was important enough to make a separate video about it. And I like my little head over here in the U position. If I were to move my head, you would see that, for example, if I just went, can I turn off the camera? Where's the camera? There it is. It's you. Ding ding. Okay. So anyway, if we move on to the questions for this section, which was really fun, I imagine. The questions aren't too difficult. The first one was just to tell me about the last thing you gave to someone and the last thing you received. So just a sentence about the last thing you received would be kureta or moratta, right? And the last thing you gave to someone would of course be using ageru. And then we'll go over some, I think they're easier, much easier sentences, much easier ones, using pictures again. So those should be fun. So please make a sentence telling me about the last thing you gave to someone, using ageru, and the last thing you received. So I will go ahead up to the sentences so you can see how to make them each right here. Yes, so you can use these to make your sentences. It'll make it a little bit easier. So the last thing I gave someone, yuki ni hana wo ageta. I think. That's the last thing I gave. Yuki ni hana wo ageta. And the last thing I received was yuki ni なんかお菓子をもらったよね。違う人なんだけど、ユキにかな、それ。エンジェルに。
でもエンジェルがもらったやつを私
そう
がもらってきて、
確かに。で俺はユキからもらって、いろんな人からもらったんだよ。その僕までの道は長かったけどユキにレモンケーキをもらった。 Those would be mine. 最後のあげたこと、同級生に数学授業をしてあげた。おー、すごい。してあげる。Okay, we're using てあげる now. Ooh, jumping up a level. Good sentence. Very good job. And that's very nice of you. Very good. I like it.
ねえ、なんて読むの？ミカエル？
どれ何？
マイコ？
マイコ。
ああ、
マイコ。
ミシェルはどうやってスペル書くの？
多分L は2つがあってで最後に E。
ああ。ミカエル。
主人に紅茶をあげた。友達から手紙をもらった。いいですね。Good sentences, one on it. Excellent. 素晴らしい。Alright. 妹に色をつけました？色をつけました。どういうことでしょうか？ What would that mean? 妹に色をつけた。You put color on her. Like you did her makeup? 友達はご飯が僕にyou can't say to yourself. So if it was to you, so it depends on what you want to say there, Bear. Bara. So if you're using ageru, so I'm guessing you are the receiver. So if you're the receiver, so this is okay, so I remember you. If you're the receiver, you can't use ageru. So if we just go back to this super complicated mess of this. Let's go down to ageru actually. So ageru is this one. Ageru can only go out. So ageru, and between people that aren't you. So you can never have ageru when you're talking about something coming into you. For those, you would use either kureru So coming into you. So, for example, if your friend gave you, what was it that they gave you again? Where'd that sentence go? There it is. ご飯。友達が私にご飯をくれた。So you mark the item that is being given to you with お or the item that you're giving with お。So 友達が私に or 僕にご飯をくれた。So use the past tense for that, right? And you could do the same thing with もらう, but for もらう, the giver comes second. So you have receiver first and then giver. So 私は友達にご飯をもらいました or もらった. Okay? So those are the differences there. Super quick crash course in how to use, whoops, あげる, くれる, and もらう. Let's see what other sentences we have. 同僚にみかんをあげた。いいですね。皆さんに、貴重な韓国あげます。韓国って何？アドバイス？韓国アドバイスってこと？ Warning お願いします。皆さんに貴重な韓国あげます。You're going to give us some serious warnings or advice. Interesting. 猫に晩ご飯をあげましたね。あげました。So あげる is conjugated as an いる verb. I didn't write that anywhere. I mentioned it in the lesson last week. But yeah. So you're going to conjugate あげる as an いる verb, which means you drop the る and add ます。So あげました。医者は私にフルショット、インフルエンザの予防接種、超難しい。子供は何言う？子供は何言うんだっけ？なんとか予防接種は言わないんでしょ。注射。インフルエンザの注射。You could just say インフル to make it even shorter. インフル注射 if you want to make it super short. 注射。出てこなかった。これか。So インフル注射 if you want to make it super simple, it would be totally understood. The long thing is インフルエンザの予防接種。予防接種 but you don't need to memorize that right now, I don't think. をくれました。So the same thing with くれる, it's an いる verb, it's a 一段 verb, so you just drop the る and add ました。So インフル注射をくれました。でもくれましたかな？くれました is like they gave it to you like this. いいけどpeople would understand, but you do a chusha. So yeah, chusha is more like a suru verb. So shite kuremashita would be what you would actually say. And we haven't done te kuremashita. So it's fine what you said. 歯医者は私に痛みをくれました。Good sentence, Patrick. もうご苦労様でした。I was trying to say I gave my sister a color pens. I've never heard it said that way, even in English. I was trying to say I gave my sister colors, so color pens. なんていう？ペン。色鉛筆。妹に色鉛筆をあげました。More accurate. Yes, that's much closer. If they're pens, I'm not sure what you say. 色ボールペン。色ペンか。色ペン would be fine. 色ペン。If they're pens. If they're pencils, then that's fine. 色鉛筆。カラーペン？まあ確かに。先生から頭もらいました。ご苦労様でした。Did he hit you in the head? No, I think he means that the teacher it was a very difficult class and it made his head hurt. 友達は僕にゼノブレード2をくれました。いいですね、バラ。Good friend. All right. Good job, guys. All right, let's go on to the next one. I feel like you guys got that pretty well down. I think the next one would be a little bit easier. So what I want you to do with the next one is I want you to say that two things. I want to say that you're giving this thing and that you've received it. So I want you to use ageru and kureru. So the kureru will be to yourself. The ageru will be to someone else, obviously. So I just want you to make a sentence using this picture. So for example, 私は this thing 誰かにあげる or あげました or あげるつもりです whatever you want. You can use past tense, future tense. Well, there's no future tense, but intention, present tense, whatever you want. But please do that with this picture. Tsumaさんに花をあげた。いいですね。奥さんか、奥さん。
待って、妻さんって言って
る？漢字が書いてあるから。妻にだよね。
そうそう。
妻に or 奥さん。合ってる？
可愛いから妻さん使いたいね。
妻さん使いたいけど使わないね。奥さん is what you would say. Or just 妻に。Either way is fine. 友達から花をもらいました。いいですね。なるほど says Michael.
みんな花をあげるんだね。
だからこれただ
なんだ
宿題ですよ。やってるかわかんない。
でも妻さんに花をあげてるし。
そういう宿題だからね。誰かは私に花束をくれた。花束だよね。花束。私はso you wanna say 私は。そう、私は誰かから花束をもらった。いいですね。Just gotta get 花束ね。And what particle is with the は character? 未来の彼女に花をあげた。いいね。素晴らしい。タイムリープ感あり。Only use 妻 with your own wife ね。そう。Well, you shouldn't be giving flowers to other people's wives anyway, so I imagine it's his own.
でもいいの？他の人の奥さんに。
ダメでしょ。その話ですよ。だから、俺が今言ったのはそれだ。自分の奥さんにかな？そうじゃなければさね。花をあげないんじゃないかな。友達に花をあげました。いいですね。Alright, good sentences. Guys, you can continue making sentences with that one if you want. I've got more. Please describe this picture. Describe this picture using くれた or もらった、もらおう。Whichever one that you would like to use.
これなんだろうね。
これが？どれ？
このもらってるものなんだろう。
これリンゴでしょ。
リンゴか。
リンゴでしょ。リンゴ。This is definitely an apple. だってこれなんだろう。これなんだっけあれ。これ？
手の形。
これ。
あ、それね。
なんだっけ？ネクタリン。そう。で、トマトで、リンゴだと思う。誰かリンゴをもらった。確かに。No, just saying, 妻 can only be used to refer to your own. No, I know, I was just making a joke. 桃、すもも。どうかしら。Alright.
ひどい。
リンゴに、
これ読めないと思わんでいい。
どれ？これ？
賄賂です。賄賂。
これ？賄賂？リンゴの賄賂をもらった。賄賂って何？リンゴの賄賂。
わかるの？
これがあるじゃん。
英語でなんて言うの？
bribe。
なんかこう。
リンゴの賄賂。そう、bribe っていう。リンゴの賄賂もらった。リンゴに触れたので友達がコロナウイルスをくれました。おお。それはよくねえな。 大変です。素晴らしい。私は店員から果物をもらいます。もらいますね。I imagine it's just a typo. もらいます。もらいます。リンゴをもらった。いいですね。この男の人からリンゴをもらいました。いいですね。Good stuff. Jokes.
リンゴをさ、サニタイズしたらどう？
いいんじゃない？はい、new sentence. Please make a sentence using this. A さんは B さんにリンゴをあげています。確かに、そうですね。いいね。Alright, do whatever you want with this picture. While you are... Well, no, I'm going to wait till the end of this section. I've drank a lot of tea, so there's going to have to be a short ad break.
やばい、ユキもピー聞きたい。
As soon as we finish with this section, though. はいよ、そう先に。ユキはカメラに出てないから別に。無限の力をもらった。いいですね。いいな。俺も無限の力をもらいたいですね。Good sense, man. フロロさんは指輪をもらった。いいですね。私はね、もう一回あれを読みたいんですよ。Lord of the Rings. I want to read it one more time. I've read the whole thing twice, actually. All three. I read them twice when I was in high school. I want to read them again as an adult. I think the last time I read them, I was on an island camping with my grandparents in the middle of Lake George in New York. I was 16 years old. I spent the whole week of our vacation there reading The Lord of the Rings. I finished it that just in 1 week. 2回だけ? 2回. It's a big book, man. But yes, only twice. All right. You can keep making sentences. Oh, Tolkien liked to write songs. That's my review for the 3 books. Tolkien liked to write songs. That's my review. Fair enough. Often I feel like I skip the songs. All right. So that brings us to giving advice, which is the second to last section. Before we jump into this section, 一つの指輪が欲しい。とっても強力。確かにいいですね。Didn't Tolkien create a whole language for that series? He did. Elvish. All right, so you can continue making sentences for that picture, but I'm going to run a quick ad because I need to go. I'll be right back, I promise. 日本語勉強風に日本語を喋れるようになりたいのか？この本持ってるのか？ Then we're here to help. え、そうなの？俺は無理って言おうと思った。On the Tokini Andy Patreon, we have listening and shadowing practice, Genki vocabulary practice, Genki textbook practice where Yuki, Ando, and I are your partners. Eventually, even workbook practice. え、そうなの？給料出る？確かに。Yeah, sure. 給料出るんだ。After Genki 1, we'll be covering Genki 2, and eventually even intermediate textbooks. Detailed grammar lessons and Japanese Q&As will, as always, be on the YouTube for free. Tokini Andy Patreon, live right now. よろしくね。
よろしくお願いします。
Sorry about that. Okay, we're back. Sorry for the black screen. I don't know how long that lasted. Hopefully not too long. All right. So, what did I miss? コマーシャルあるんだ。この番組。そうだね。誰にもその指輪をあげない。says Megan. Good idea. 俺もアンディさんは小便を従っています。おしっこ is what we usually say, but good. おしっこ is what we generally say. It's very specific of you. But yeah, we usually call it おしっこを従っています。美しさの活用 みたいに綺麗さを使いますか？美しさの活用みたいに綺麗さを使いますか？ I don't know what 美しさの活用 is. Oh, it's gone. Message retracted. I have no idea. Alright, giving advice in Japanese is our next section. And that was pretty easy. It was just short verb. Past tense of the short verb. With da, どうですか? And remember, this is actually coming from tara. So, 食べたら, which means if eat. And then どうですか? How about? How would it be if you eat? That's where we're coming from. I accidentally sent without finishing. Okay. That makes more sense then. So it's just past tense plus ra. どうですか is what our sentences are. The one from the last week that I'm going to have you guys do one more time is お腹が空いた. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Give me some advice. お腹空いた. Tell me what to do, everyone. This is what you wrote 10 years ago. Penzu. It's an interesting email I'm going to read while I wait for you guys to answer my question. What should I do? I'm hungry. Oh, it was just... I was still working at a vaccine company 10 years ago. It's just my list of things to do. Shipping alerts sorted out. Flu meetings. Follow up on VacServe shipping alerts. Get 100% returnability email rolling. Thank you, overlay follow up. Oh, God. Glad I'm not doing that anymore. ラーメンを食べたらどうすか? どうすか? どうすか? I think if you're trying to say どうすか, you want to have su. Oops. What the hell is that? What is this? Go away. Interesting. This is a thing. It exists. Cool. Now what? Present. Hi. You would want to put su. Oh, typo. Okay. But it was actually kind of funny because it's a very masculine way to actually say it. If you would say どうすか? 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 Like this kana. どうすか? Would be a very masculine sort of I don't know. You sound kind of cool if you said ラーメンを食べたらどうすか? どうすか? He needs to go potty. I did. It's very yeah, it's bro like. I liked it. I don't want Dom from Bro Science to sue me, so I'm not gonna copy him at all. Won't Sensei be pleased that I've learned Oshiko? I'm very pleased. Every child in the whole entire country knows and loves that word, so it's fine. You should know it. Typo, oops! レストランで晩ご飯を食べたらどうですか? いいですね。ケーキを食べたらどうですか? 食べたいですね。インドカレーを食べたらどうすか? Says, come to Japan, Dan. Excellent. いいんじゃない? I'm just very manly without realizing it, I see, says Patoriku. Patoriku, yes, you are, indeed. It's all in the name. Doska is a Russian word for piece of wood and for flat chest. Wonderful. Doska. It's not in Japanese. マックスに行きます。マカス? マカズ。マックってこと? マック? Is what we would say. I imagine you're trying to say マクドナルドだね。でも日本人はマクドナルドは言わない。We say マック。But I'm assuming you're saying マカズ。Your sudden stop cracked me up. Gotta be careful on YouTube, man. Oops, I'm Australian. We call it makas. So makazu is probably how you would makazu. Write that in katakana. Makazu. マクド。そうなんだ。ニュージーランドにもマカーズって言ってたんだよ。
そうだったの？
そうだよ。
ニュージーランドにマックあったっけ？
あったんだろう。結構あったんだよ。
嘘、行ったことある？
一回私たちはポテトを買った。
いつ？
一回。いつか覚えてないけど、いた。で、仕事で一回行った。いた。めっちゃホームレスが行ったり、そう。あった。怖かったって言えないけど、it wasn't very clean. It was very dirty.
ちょっとawkward.
Yes. All right, good. So that's what I'm going to do then. Sometimes my slang comes out and I forget that not everyone grew up where I did. It's okay. I lived in New Zealand for a while, so I did actually know that one. 寂しい。どうしたらいい？寂しい。どうしたらいい？ I'm lonely. What should I do? 本当じゃないでしょI just want some advice. 寂しい。どうしたらいいですか？ I'm lonely. What should I do? Give me some advice, guys. Anything is good. Make it creative. I believe in you. I'll just sit back and drink some tea. That's the one nice thing about the practice streams. It's a little bit more relaxed than the lesson streams, and my voice tends to last a little bit longer. That's not the nice thing. It's that I can sort of relax and hang out with you guys a little bit, which is nice. 温めますかありがとうございます。ぜひ、温めてください。でも、どうですか？使ってください。お、子犬を飼ったらどうですか？いいですね、パトリック。チンで。チンでやめてくださいよ。
なんで？
コーヒージェリーを食べたらどうすか？寂しいから？まあな。友達に会ったらどうですか？いいですね、ナイケンズ。Good sentence. アニメ、かぐや様は見に行く。見に行ったらどうですか？あ、いいね。So what you'd want to say there is 見に行ったらどうですか? Unless you're actually going to see that anime right now. Are you telling us right now that you are going to see that anime? Or are you giving advice? If you're giving advice, you want to say 見に行ったらどうですか? Which is used to describe... Oh. Did I miss a sentence? Which is used to describe places? 寂しい or 寂しい?
あ、どっちもね、いいんだよ。
場所の
関東が多分、
うん、
わー、
場所だと、
うん、そう、ローカルのやつだと思う。
Yuki doesn't know which one it is.
寂しいと、
あ、違う。場所を説明してるときにはこういう場所は寂しい、こういうところは寂しい感じだねとかっていうときには、寂しいどっちでもいいのか。寂しいかな。
どっちでもいい。
Yuki thinks both are fine, but she's looking it up. She thinks both are fine. I feel like both are fine too, but I feel like I would use 寂しい. But you can also use both when you're talking about yourself as well. Either one is fine. Like I could, if I said 寂しい、どうしたらいい? That's perfectly valid. Be perfectly fine. So I'm not sure. She's looking it up though. 彼女とデートに行ったらどうですか? So short past tense of 行く is 行ったらどうですか? 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 安藤さんとパーティーに行ったらどうですか? それは楽しいですね。Well, that's a good idea. 行ったら、okay, you got it. アイスクリームをたくさん食べたらどうですか? いいっすね、パトリック。友達に電話したらどうですか? いいアドバイスだね。はい。
わかりました。
はい。ちょっと待って。どっちでもいいでしょうか? Says Michael. Let's find out. Yuki is giving us our answer right now. She just looked it up. はい。
寂しいと寂しいは、
はい。
オーラルだったらどっちでも。
喋っているだと、はい。If you're speaking, either one is fine. But
テスト、リーディングはオフィシャリー寂しいが
in books, officially the reading will always be 寂しい。Otherwise, 場所とかの
だってどっちもいいんだと思う。
Otherwise, either one is fine. So in conversation, either one is perfectly fine. And in books, the official reading is 寂しい. Unless, of course, it's a dialogue in a book. A dialogue in a novel or something, it will depend on whatever the character is saying. If it's in a test, it will absolutely be 寂しい in a test, regardless of the context, apparently. どっちでもいいでしょうか? ボディ枕をもらってみませんか? いいですね。いいね。That's actually good too, the advice. 子犬を 撫でる。撫でたらどうですか? So parabolic, very close. 撫でる is a verb, so you can actually just conjugate that. 撫で unless you're saying 撫でに撫でる L 一段だね。撫でに行ったらどうですか? 撫でに行ったらどうですか? Oh, I think Carpe Diem is behind. Maybe behind on the advertisement right now. Carpe Diem, if you make it to this point in the video, just know that you're about 20 minutes behind, but we miss you up here in the present. Hope you're having a good night. 友達に電話したらどうですか? Okay, I already read that one. That was a good one. 子犬を、撫でに行ったらどうですか? Or just 撫でたらどうですか? 撫でたらどうですか? Would also be fine. ありがとう. But thank you, Carpe Diem, for the advertisement. All right, good answers, guys. That brings us to the last section of tonight, which is only and as many, which, by the way, were noun. We just used it with numbers, which was mo, as many as some number, or shika. And I came up with a better way of saying it, nothing but. So, 2 kilo shika arukanakatta. I walked nothing but 2 kilometers. Or, 本が200冊もある. I have as many as, or I have a whole 200 books. And 本が2冊しかない. I have nothing but 2 books. Something like that. So our questions for this one. I don't know if I added questions to this one. I might have missed this one. I don't think so. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so the first one, it was the same as last week, is 何回日本に来たことがありますか? How many times do you have the experience of coming to Japan? Oh, that was that was her advice. Gotcha. Sign up to Tokeni Andy classes. I get it. That was your advice. Okay. Good call, Megan. That's what Carpe Diem was talking about. That makes more sense. Carpe Diem's advice to me, if I was lonely, was to sign up to Tokeni Andy Japanese classes. That makes sense. That makes way more sense. Okay. Thank you. Go pet a puppy was what I was trying to say. Still a ways to go, still evidently. No, it was very close. Very close. You just had to use なでに行ったらどうですか? Or なでたらどうですか? If you just want to say pat a puppy, then it would just be なでたらどうですか? なでたらどうですか? Otherwise, it was very close. I wouldn't call that a ways. It's, yeah. So, how many times have you been to Japan in the past? 何回日本に来たことがありますか? So, the way you would answer that would be something like, if it was a lot, 100回も日本に行ったことがあります。
すごっ。
Or if it was only once and you're sad about that, then you could say 1回しか行ったことがありません. Because しか takes negative, ね? So here's 2 possible answers. I'll drop them in the chat. 1回も行ったことがあります. If you're already in Japan, you'll use 来る instead of 行く. So here's the first one. 1回しか行ったことがない or ありませんね. So those are possible answers, and you can put in the real numbers or you can make something up. Either way is perfectly fine. Yeah, we'll go with that. I actually thought before that shika is used to say more than, so like これしかない to there's nothing more than this. So there's only this. Yeah, I mean that I guess those both sort of mean the same thing. There's nothing but this, or there's nothing more than this. I've never heard it said as there's nothing more than this, but I suppose that sort of works as well. 日本に1回しか行ったことがありません. いいね, good sentence. 日本にちょっと待って。日本に移住した前には10回も来たことがあります。いいね。2回しかいたことがありません。いいね。0回も日本に行ったことがあります。嫉妬しな。嫉妬しな。jealousy しな。嫉妬しな。What's up, Radclaw? Good to see you. How you doing today? It's good to see you. What's up, everyone? No, I'm not Peter McKinnon. What's up, everyone? I can't even do that. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? I doubt anyone. Somebody here's probably watched Peter McKinnon before. Has anyone here ever watched Peter McKinnon? Come on. Some of you guys like cameras. If you like cameras or you like videos or you like making YouTube stuff, you've probably watched Peter McKinnon. And if you haven't, you should. But why am I advertising a channel with 5 million subscribers? He doesn't need it. What's up, Peter McKinnon? An excellent YouTuber. No, I will time travel now. Oh, no, I will time travel. Okay, you're not that far behind then. It's about 5 or 10 minutes, I guess. I watched Peter M. Nice. I haven't watched him in a long time, but a lot of his old stuff was great. Jasmine for the win! Nope. All right, good sentences. The next one might be a little bit easier. It's 今日何時間勉強しましたか? ちょっと攻撃的な質問なんですけれど、今日何時間勉強しましたか? How's it going? Come to... Oh, Kyushu Trail. How's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. No! Yeah, I learned B-roll off of him. I learned some, but I'm still really bad at it because a lot of Peter McKinnon's B-roll tips boil down to 120 FPS. That's Peter McKinnon's butter. 120 FPS. I don't have 120 FPS. Hopefully on my next camera.
私30分くらい勉強した。
そうなの?
うん。
Yuki studied for about 30 minutes. 何を?
英語のコメディ。
あ、確かに。
ね。
Foil and Hog. 全く勉強してない says come to Japan. Call me Marty McFly. I'm in the present now, I hope. Welcome back. Carpe diem. It's good to see you here in the present. How was the past treating you? しかも
ギャーリック。
Gaelic. このビデオしか勉強しません says one in it. But that's still, you've been here since the beginning pretty much. So you've been studying for an hour and a half, guys. 1時間半も勉強しています or しました。いいですね。3時間も勉強しました says パトリック。素晴らしい。素晴らしい。Excellent. 俺は勉強したかな？いや、俺勉強じゃなくてずーっと
本読んでたよね。
でも勉強じゃないね。英語の本だった今日。
あ、そうだったんだ。
うん。今日6時間ぐらい仕事した YouTube のだから、まあそれ勉強に入らないね。I was working on making lessons and videos and stuff all day, so no 勉強 today. この前に愛時レッスンがあります。この前にありましたかな？ありました。Otherwise, good. お疲れ様。ご苦労様です。0時間しか、0時間も勉強しました。がっかりです。It's Pitovnikov. It's okay, Pitovnikov. You've been here since the beginning. That's an hour and a half. That's studying. You've been making practice sentences and doing quite well at it as well, so all good, man. 全然勉強しなかった。忙しすぎですから。まあな。気持ちがわかるな。じゃあ、1時間しか勉強してない。I don't know if this counts as studying for you, Dan. You're way past where we are here, I think. 今日3時間も勉強しました。いいですね。お疲れ様でした。みんな、素晴らしい。
みんな偉いね。
偉いよね。素敵素敵。
偉い。
Oh! Is that what that is?
嘘、終わったの？
That's the last one, guys. Thumbs up を攻撃してください。チャンネル登録お願いいたします。あと、ベルもクリックしてください。So yeah, that's the last question for today. I'll leave that up for a minute, but yeah, we've covered everything. We've been going for only an hour and a half, I guess, but there's only 5 sections. So that was all of the questions that I had for today. So you guys are more than welcome to ask me any questions about anything that you'd like, but that is all that I had planned for today. 今日もありがとうございました。こちらこそありがとうございます、パトリック。お疲れ様でした。says one in it. こちらこそありがとうございます。My cat is stealing my chicken soup. If anyone wants on me, I'm willing to post. かわいい。How does it steal your chicken soup? Is it like trying to slurp it up? That's cute. Oh, daylight savings is killing me. I gotta wake up earlier for the stream. I'm sorry about that, man. Yeah, I would love to do it a little bit later. But this already, usually these streams, like if it's an actual lesson stream, last week it ends at 11:30. Usually I try to start getting ready for bed at 11, so Mondays are always rough for me. But yeah, so I could never start. Like if I started at 10, I'd be dead unless I go full time at some point, which may happen one day. We are currently at 292 patrons. Thank you so much to every patron who is here and every patron who may watch after the fact or ever watches again, and everyone who's not watching again. Thank you guys. 292 of you. So we're 200 something away from full-time status. Yuki's work lately has been rough. She's had a lot of work lately, but she's gonna go full-time before me, but on other stuff. Anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Arigatou gozaimasu. Extremely helpful once again. I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad you guys found the practice helpful. I'm enjoying these practice streams. They're quite fun. Next week is lesson 15. There's only 4 sections for lesson 15. So there will be even less practice. Maybe I'll just add a bunch of extra questions so we have a little bit more time. My sleep patterns are full uni, student-esque, 2 p.m. to 3 a.m. Oh, I remember those days. Those were fun, sort of. I mean, college was fun, but I do wish I got up a little bit earlier when I was in uni. Put on your wee willy winky outfit and sleep well when you do, and Yuki take pictures. ありがとうございます。そうします。ありがとうございました。Says Nikens. Thank you. Jazz Meat for the win. Thank you. Love you guys. Love you all too. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Help Andy do this full time by joining the page. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have my just sharing this video or hitting the like button also helps me move towards that goal. So thank you so much. I'll have my Genki book by then. Woo woo. All right. そうかもしれないね。15. A lot of people have gotten the pin badges. Have people who were patrons before August. So I think, was it an August promotion or July promotion? It was August. July だよね. July promotion. Did you get your pin badges yet in America? I'm wondering because we sent them all out. ありがとうございました. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that, Nikens. I'm happy to hear it. I'm going to go to sleep extra early. Can't miss another one. Good luck. I wish you luck. I hope that it works out. I hope to see you at the next one. 終わる前にヨミちゃんの日本語の説明をする辞書おすすめがありますか? Oh, my favorite ヨミちゃん辞書 is... Which one am I using? Hold on, let me just pop it up quick. Settings. What am I using? I'm using this one. I'll drop it in chat. This is my Japanese one. And for the English, I don't have the English one turned on. I'm only using a Japanese dictionary, but I just use the regular JM Dict for the English dictionary. But yeah, the Sanseido Super Jidin is the one that I use for J to J, Japanese to Japanese. It's pretty good. There's also some English translations in that dictionary. So like if it's a really tough word, sometimes they'll have the English down below, so I like that one as well. Not because it is English, but the Japanese is fairly easy to follow. So those are my favorite ones. Check out the Genki books on Amazon. I assume there are still issues with posting to Australia. Yes, Australia is still weird, and I'm just listening to these streams in the background as I'm still up to about lesson 10. No worries, man. Yeah, Australia, we're still not able to send to Australia, Cyprus, or Russia. We have a couple patrons who are in all 3 of those countries, and so far those are the only ones we still have not been able to send the pin badges out to, but hopefully soon. There's always issues, Chris Lane. That's why I'm holding out on 3rd edition. Yeah, it's been kind of unfortunate. Hopefully, at least the mail, whether travel opens or not is, a whole nother issue, but at least it would be nice to be able to send you some stuff. But anyway. Yeah, so that's the Yomi-chan dictionary I would recommend, Michael. That's my favorite one. I got it. There is I don't remember. If you search the name of that dictionary plus Yomi-chan, I think there's a Map versus Japan video that actually covers where to get those dictionaries. Because you can get them free. There's a bunch of those Japanese dictionaries in a zip file somewhere on the internet. And they're free. They're not... Because they're open source, I think. Open source dictionaries or something. And there's a video about that. So you just have to search that. I can't remember exactly where it is. Never seen anyone from Russia in Discord chat. They're hiding well. Indeed, they are. I think they may have joined pre-Discord, automatically forcing everyone who joined Patreon to join. For some reason, if you join Patreon, you basically get funneled directly into Discord somehow. And that was before the Patreon bot was working. So, yeah. They might not be in Discord at all. Thank you, Dan, for dropping Yuki's Mizuhiki website. We have to get the winter stuff up soon. Haven't been on there in a while. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tonight. Appreciate it. Check out Dan's channel too, and Kyushu Trail. I don't think he's here anymore, but he's a hiker in Japan, and you guys all know Dan, so check him out as well. You were talking about rereading Lord of the Rings earlier. Ever read anything by Terry Pratchett? Yes. I didn't start reading Terry Pratchett until I was in New Zealand 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago. Was it almost 3 years ago? 3? Is it going to be 3 years now? I finally started reading. I finally picked up the color of was it The Color of Water? No, The Color of, I can't remember what the first book is called. But I was immediately addicted, and I think I read the first, I decided to go in publication order. And on my Kindle, I have, how many? I read the first 6, I think? Discworld. I have 14 Discworld books. I've read a lot of them, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait. I didn't read those ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. I've read 10. I've read 10? I didn't realize I read that many. I read 10 in the past 2 years, I think. So I do like those. I haven't read one in a while, but I want to continue with them. Very good. Rinse, win, and luggage. Oh yeah, oh no, now I'm in L space. I love me some Terry Pratchett. The first book I ever read by Terry Pratchett a long time ago was the one he did with, I think, Neil Gaiman. Was it the one with Neil Gaiman? They put out a series on Amazon Prime recently. It was actually really good. What was that called? Good Omens. Good Omens was the first Terry Pratchett book that I ever read. It was so good. I loved that book. I read it back in college, I think, but I never read Terry Pratchett after that. I read a lot of Neil Gaiman. But yeah, I finally picked up a Color of Magic. Was that what it was called? I finally picked up one of his books, and I was immediately addicted. I bought like so many. So I have 3 or 4 more in the list to read. Talking about it always makes me smile. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Discworld and Terry Pratchett in general. Neverwhere was one of my favorite books, definitely, by Neil Gaiman. That was a fun one. Excellent book. I liked all of Neil Gaiman's books except for, well, I didn't dislike the newer one. What was it? The something Lake. I don't remember the name of one of his newer novels, but I didn't like it that much. But American Gods, Neverwhere, all those. What was the other one with the sons? Anazasi's Sons or something like that. I don't remember. They're all good. I like the PC game. The PC game? There's a PC game? For what? Discworld? Are you talking about the Mud? There was a Mud back in the day. It's still out, actually. Discworld. Disc Mud. I never really played it. I logged in once, but I didn't know there was a PC game for anything else, unless that's what you're talking about. It's pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, Yuki has work in the morning because she has work every morning for some reason recently. And I also have work tomorrow, so I think we are going to call it a night tonight, guys. But thank you for hanging out. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you had a good night. Discworld. There's a Discworld PC game. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Nice. I have hike in the morning. Ooh, enjoy Kyushu Trail. Sleep well and enjoy your hike. Looking forward to the video. Alright, guys, thank you. はーい、今日もお疲れ様でした。おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。ご苦労様でした。お疲れ様でした、みんな。ありがとうございます。Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to run off this again right after the thank you. Oh, the commercial will come soon. But thank you, guys. Have a great night. Appreciate it. Good night. ありがとうございます。
お疲れ様でした。
また次のビデオで会いましょうね。
日本語勉強したいのか？
俺と同じ風に日本語を喋れるようになりたいのか？
この本持ってるのか？
Then we're here to help.
え、そうなの？俺は無理って言おうと思った。
On the Tokini Andy Patreon, we have listening and shadowing practice, Genki vocabulary practice, Genki textbook practice where Yuki, Ando, and I are your partners. Eventually, even workbook practice.
え、そうなの？給料出る？
確かに
Yeah, sure.
給料出るんだ
After Genki 1, we'll be covering Genki 2, and eventually even intermediate textbooks. Detailed grammar lessons and Japanese Q&As will, as always, be on the YouTube for free. Tokini Andy Patreon, live right now.
よろしくね。
よろしくお願いします